Hello everybody, I'm Leanne and I'm a multimedia book artist, and today I'm going to share with you stenciling using acrylic paint. Now normally I would use a Tim Holtz distress ink, but I wanted to use this paint that I had. It's just a normal acrylic paint you can get at your store, and so I selected a color that was a little bit more on the lighter side. I had 3 different shades I could work with, and I decided the lighter one would probably be the best. So pouring out a little bit of ink here, and not wanting to waste anything, I didn't think I needed that much, so I put it back. It's always nice to save money while crafting, right? So you want to use a brush that has a nice dense head to it, a stenciling type brush, because you're going to be pouncing and then just kind of scrubbing it across the surface of your stencil. You want it to be kind of dry feeling. You don't want it to have a wet, sappy type of brush. And so you can get a nice, just a dusting covering. Now with paint, you will want to use, and make sure it's dry before you turn the page. Ink pretty much dries right away, but the paint, you might have little spots. Here's a close-up. You can see some of the darker spots, but you can also see the lighter spots that I had from it. I really like how it turned out. I was happy with it. This is a Tim Holtz stencil that I'm using. So see how I hit my paint and then I pounce it to the side. I pounce it to the side because I want it to dry out. Now here you can see how I do have a lighter look on it, so you can actually kind of see through to the paper. This is a coffee dyed paper that I have used various shapes on it. So you see those shapes as well as the pink. The nice thing about acrylics too, there's so many different colors you can use, right? And maybe you have some leftover ones. So these ones I tried to do just a little bit lighter and just hitting more spots on the page, adding a little bit more interest in it. And so you can see here I've got some washi tape and other things to decorate it up, but I really like how it turns out. Now putting it together, I was realizing I also have the pink paper that I was using, and I thought, well, I'm going to just do some dusting over it. I call it dusting. You're putting a dry, small amount of paint, kind of blushing it over the top of it, as if you will. And it just kind of changes the color a little bit, adding a little bit more texture and dimension. So if you can see that there, particularly towards the bottom, you've got that extra color that brings in, kind of bringing those together. After that, I do just a dusting, a blushing over my paper, not with the stencil, but just kind of trying to bring some of that color onto my pages without it shouting the color, just kind of just a blush. And so you can see here I have some coloring as well as the stencil on my paper. So once you finish, if you're not going to get to your stencil right away, what I've done here, I'm squirting it down with water to make sure all that paint is wet, and then putting a paper towel over the top of it to keep it wet until I'm able to take it and really give it a good cleaning. Now you can see on my stencil as I lift that up, that brown, that's because I normally use the other ink. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you try it. There's so many fun things to do. If you haven't subscribed to my page, go ahead and subscribe for other fun things coming up, and have a great day. Bye.